I'm back for another video. My name is Josh Kasich, and today is my WandaVision review. Now, this wasn't going to be the original video I was going to make. I was going to do another Count Tundra playthrough, but that ended up not working for now. I'll go back to that probably tomorrow once I fix the problem that I had with it. But other than that, let's see what the review. So essentially what it's about is Wanda, mourning, or basically her life has been filled with tragedy. She she lost her parents in Sokovia, and years before Avengers Age of Ultron took place. She then lost her brother in Age of Ultron, and she tried to reconnect with people, not being an Avenger, and she started, Vision was comforting her during her mental kind of state and kind of helped her through the loss, and they kind of became romantic, and then she lost Vision in Infinity War twice. He was killed twice. First by her thinking it would save everyone else, and the second time was Thanos after reversing time to get the Mind Stone and killed Vision again. And so it's kind of her now. Her mental state is like out of proportion, and she kind of goes somewhat crazy. And we don't really get to see exactly how it works out, but until we figure out how everything plays in as the story progresses inward. But way it starts off is it's basically like she made a world for herself in a town, and she took control of everyone, which we find out later, and essentially broadcasting a show, essentially, and she's going through different eras of television, starting with the 50s, I think, was it? I'm trying to remember. No, maybe it was a little bit earlier than that. But yeah, going through different decades. The entire show isn't exactly 100 all about the sitcom stuff. As the first 3 episodes are centered around the sitcom. The third episode at the end, it kind of changes that, because we get to see what's going on the outside. And as the episodes went on, the sitcom part was starting to be less, and more we get to see exactly what's going on the outside. I don't want to spoil everything for you. This is just if you haven't seen it yet. I mean, if you like Marvel, I assume, and you're watching this video, I assume you would have already seen it, because it's been weeks since the final episode aired. But even the Falcon the Winter Soldier first episode is now out. It came out last week. But essentially you get to understand why she likes these sitcoms, and it has to do with her family's past. And we got some other cool stuff, and we even got to finally see, we get to even see her kind of a costume, Halloween type version of her costume in the comics, which is really funny. And then we get to see her finally wear a kind of Marvel movie up version of her suit that looks so amazing. I mean, she finally wears an actual costume instead of just wearing a skirt and a jacket or something like that. And it's an amazing outfit. It looks so cool. You definitely have to watch. If it's in the thumbnail, I think I put that in the thumbnail. That I upload this video, and like I said, it was that suit was cool, and there's no necessarily up to this point there wasn't for the first, like, for most of the series, or no, there is 9 episodes. For most of the series, there wasn't necessarily a villain. We didn't get to see the real villain until episode 7, and like that's pretty much almost at the end of the series. You could say the current director of S.W.O.R.D., I think he was, or what he was doing. He is kind of the villain of the series. You know, he wasn't at first. He's not really like a villain. Maybe he's necessarily more. I would say he's more of an like just kind of a antagonist type person for the series, but I wouldn't say he's a villain. And he wasn't. I don't think he did anything truly like consider him the villain or throughout the series. Like there wasn't enough for that to. Like I said, I don't think most of the series didn't really have a villain or enough to that she needs to fight against until the very end of the series. So it's a very interesting how the show played out with that as well. But I think it ended pretty interesting, as well as it's going to go into the second Doctor Strange movie, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, and that's pretty cool as well. So what is my thoughts on the show? I think the first 2 episodes or so are not going to be for everyone. I enjoyed them, but like a lot of people didn't, because obviously it's not their thing. You know, it's not. This is interesting for Marvel to do because they never done anything like that before. But I think I enjoyed it not as much as the rest of the series, but I definitely did enjoy the first 2 episodes, and it just got better as it went on. Like it was just so good. Like at the end, I was kind of disappointed because I thought like Doctor Strange was going to appear in it, but other than that, I really enjoyed the series. I definitely recommend people watching it. And even if you have to sit through the first 2 episodes, which you do, trust me, it does get better. And that is my review for WandaVision. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you are new, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified for my next upload. My YouTube channel website link, my Twitter, my Snapchat, and my Instagram are all in the description as always. And thank you. Goodbye.